concepts to consider as a Christian. Are they really true, or do we just believe them to be, even though there's no biblical support for them? More importantly, how does the belief in the veracity affect non-believers if we're wrong? Jesus said the truth shall set you free, which, by implication, must mean the false will imprison you. I, for one, am no longer willing to imprison the amazing grace and liberty my faith has given me to reach out to a world begging for authentic Christianity to save their terminally ill souls. I have carefully considered these ideas as well as lived many of them. Some of you hearing this may disagree with some of my conclusions, and that I don't mind. But if I have done nothing more than cause you to reevaluate what your faith means to you and in what shape it can come to you, then I've done my job. There's basically one overriding theme of this book, and it's the fact Christians are different from each other in our theology, denominations, and social interaction. And you know what? That's as it should be. The wider variety we come in, the more people we can reach. Christians on the assumed truth platform who historically have taken the position, if you don't all behave exactly like me, then you're not really a Christian, have done, in my opinion, the greatest disservice to furthering the gospel. The groundwork for this book lies on that one presupposition. I believe I'm where God wants me. After all, I couldn't do the work He's called me to do unless I'm where He wants me. He wants me on stage, and I believe this book was something God wanted me to write for a time such as this. God has decided to use the gift of comedy, which He gave me, to communicate to the unbelieving world. Of that, I'm sure. It's my purpose. But I also believe God gave me an equally important message to challenge fellow believers in the quality of their faith. Believe me, my friends, I don't take that lightly. And trust me, not a day goes by when I don't recognize this message is perhaps more for me than you. But again, I'm like you. Whether you like it or not, I am taking the liberty to write this book just as I do comedy, aggressively and unapologetically. I do that not because I don't respect you, the listener, but because I do. If you're a Christian, then we are brethren, and family should be able to be the most honest with each other. We have no time for anything less. We are at a place in our American history where the Christian worldview is mocked, ridiculed, and ignored. Though it is true there's a spiritual battle taking place with warriors who want to see this happen, I believe we have also brought much of this phenomenon on ourselves. This is not the time to be simply sweet and harmless and wonder why no one takes us seriously. The time of Stine has passed. It's time to start wearing camel's hair coats, eating bugs, and tipping over tables. Not necessarily from a physical sense, mind you, but, and more importantly, from an intellectual place. It's time to take our beliefs seriously and start cleaning house. And that cleaning begins in our own house first. It's hard to be human. It's harder yet being a Christian. It's really hard being a Christian in a world so antagonistic to the way you see the world. It's unbelievably hard being a Christian in a world that hates you while you're battling other Christians who are constantly judging your life, motives, and the sincerity of your walk. So, we need to take a second look at our attitudes toward other followers and our attitudes towards ideas that make non-believers think Christians are idiots. These are observations I've made over the years of things about us that make them turn and run, not toward Christ, but away from Him. They are the things many Christians believe are true, but they're not. So, that being said, you're going to have to prepare yourself in the way you listen to this book, since it's going to be a little different from others you have listened to from Christians. I am a comedian, and as such have written the book in a format I hope is humorous as well as thought-provoking. What you won't find are 3 verses to coincide with each statement I make. I have no particular training or credentials I can draw on in order to impress you. I'm simply spewing forth my thoughts, concepts, and ideas as if we're a couple of trusted friends, talking together at lunch. Everything I know or think I know has come from 2 sources. 1, reading the Bible and philosophical and apologetical literature, and 2, personal meditation on God and ideas about Him. I asked trusted Christian associates to preview this book just to make sure there were no glaring heretical ideas promoted.